Yesterday, on Capitol Hill, Representative Jasmine Crockett delivered an extraordinary and emotional address during a congressional hearing investigating abuses committed under the Trump-era ICE regime. Her remarks stood out not only for their passion, but for something rarely heard from a sitting lawmaker: a full apology on behalf of the United States government.
Mr. Ranking Member, and to Senator Blumenthal.
Speaking directly to immigrants and U.S. citizens who were unlawfully detained, dehumanized, and traumatized, Representative Crockett apologized for the government's failure to protect them. She told the survivors that despite what they endured, the best of us is present here, affirming their courage and resilience.
For me, I just want to say, number one, I am sorry on behalf of the United States government, because regardless of who they claim to be, I am telling you that the best of us is present here. And we represent the United States as well. So I want you to take this heartfelt apology, something that I'm sure that they have not ushered a word to you about. And I also want to acknowledge.
She called them the light they are afraid of, praising them for refusing to remain silent in what she described as one of the darkest moments in modern American history. Crockett said their stories will shape how this era is remembered, because they chose to be brave while others, including federal officers, acted with cruelty.
And I also want to acknowledge how heroic you are. We are living in some of the scariest times that this country has ever seen, yet you have not backed down. I have seen your faces more than once. You refuse to go silently and into the dark. You are the light that they are afraid of, and I am so grateful for you being so heroic at such a scary time. When the history books are written, they will know your stories because you decided to be brave in the face of those.
Crockett stressed that the issue at hand is not about political parties, but about basic humanity. She criticized elected officials who justify or ignore abusive treatment, arguing that no political ideology or religious identity can excuse the violation of human dignity.
Consequences. And I'm the type of person that is constantly looking for how do we come up with solutions. I became a lawmaker because as a lawyer, I just didn't feel like it was good enough to stand in the courtroom and just argue each case at a time. I wanted to change the laws. And right now, it doesn't seem like we have courage as it relates to the elected officials to do what's right, because this honestly is not right or left. This is right versus wrong. I don't know how any party can say that they are the.
She drew a direct line from America's past to its present, comparing the documented ICE abuses to the slave patrols that once targeted Black Americans solely because of who they were. Crockett argued that history is repeating itself and that the survivors' experiences echo patterns of racialized violence embedded in the nation's past.
As a United States citizen, but honestly, I have said over and over and over that as a Black woman, all I can think about is the slave patrols. And the reason I bring it up is because history matters. You said it best. You specifically talked about these injustices and how this.
She reminded the room that everyone present, regardless of status, deserved the protection of the Constitution and basic human dignity. For Crockett, America cannot call itself the land of the free while treating people with fear, suspicion, and cruelty.
Believe in humanity. If you believe that we live in the land of opportunity and the land of free, then why should it matter that you're just scared about what may be coming for you? You should just be about doing what is.
The Congresswoman then issued a stark warning. She believes President Trump will attempt to shield ICE agents from prosecution if he returns to power. Citing a pattern of pardoning politically aligned offenders, she urged survivors and advocates to preserve every piece of evidence.
Some of the things that I've been thinking about is this particular president, if you've not noticed, he has somehow managed to let seemingly every terrible criminal he could find go free so long as they are his friends or whatever it is. So I fully anticipate that going forward, he is going to say, everyone that is ICE, you are absolutely going to be protected from any prosecution once we lose, because we're going to lose. Because
she said accountability may ultimately fall to local and state prosecutors, insisting that justice cannot depend on federal leaders who are unwilling to confront wrongdoing. Crockett emphasized that the trauma endured by survivors must not be dismissed, and that aggressive prosecution is necessary to prevent history from repeating.
That number one, you make sure you keep up with any and all evidence that you have of what took place. It's most likely going to be those local prosecutors that are going to have to go after these people. We have to make sure that they are held accountable, because there is no reason for us to have those images and you to have these experiences and you to experience this trauma. And then everybody say, well, we tried our best. And our best just
In closing, Representative Jasmine Crockett warned that America faces a choice: unite and defend humanity, or allow fear and division to push the country backward.
I don't care what your color is. I don't care what country you came from. We are a country of immigrants. It is time for us to unite and stop allowing people to divide us. So again, I just wanted to say thank you. I've had a chance to meet some of you before, and with
BV News will continue to follow this story as calls for accountability grow both in Congress and across the nation.